Hey there! So we will finish up vowels in the next lesson, but this week I wanted to sneak in a short lesson packed with important info. If your singing voice feels kind of tight, squeezed, grabbed, or stuck, well, it could be your constrictor muscles. Let's take a look at where those constrictor muscles are in your body. In this image, you can see that there are 3 different constrictor muscles: superior, middle, and inferior. What they do is they surround the larynx and they assist the tongue to move the food down the esophagus when you swallow. Awesome when you are eating and drinking, not so awesome when you are singing. So let's remember that the reason why humans have vocal folds in the first place is really to protect the airway from choking on material in the throat and to regulate the flow of air into our lungs. Vocal development and singing came much later. So the primary function of this area is breathing and eating and drinking. Moving food and hydration into the body is helped by the constrictor muscles. But sometimes when we're singing, we unconsciously activate the constrictor muscles by kind of tightening just the back of the tongue and raising the larynx. Now this makes the body think that you are swallowing, and the constrictor muscles come in to help. That's their job. This activation can make the voice feel squeezed, grabbed, tight, and many other sensations that just don't feel good or sound good. Now, when the constrictor muscles are active, it's just tough for the larynx to move or tilt, to stretch the vocal folds to the notes that we want to sing. So today I'm sharing a way to practice releasing those muscles when warming up or when problem solving certain points in your song. Now this is an isolation exercise to bring body and feeling awareness, not something that you're going to do all the time. Now Matt Edwards shares this exercise in his book, So You Want to Sing Rock and Roll, A Guide for Professionals, awesome book. And I've also seen this applied to many singers of all genres. My clients, regardless of the style that they sing, have benefited from this exercise. Now, don't do this if you have neck issues. If your neck is sensitive, just sit this one out. There are other ways that you can release those constrictor muscles, but give this one, don't do this one if your neck is sensitive. So let's do this together. So look up at the sky and try to swallow. It's tough, right? Yeah, those constrictor muscles, because we're stretched, they are stretched to the point that they are less able to help in the swallowing function. So swallowing feels weird and hard to do. So our plan is to tip the head back a bit and get a feeling for making that sound without the constrictor muscles being involved. And then what we'll do is we'll bring the head back into normal position, feeling that more free and open sound without those constrictor muscles. Now be gentle and go slowly. Tip your head back as if you're just gonna take a drink of water. You don't need to go back any further than that. And what we'll do is we'll gently sing an ah vowel in the middle of your range, about middle volume. Okay, so let's do this together. Ah, ah. See how it feels a little different, okay? Keep playing. Ah, ah, ah. So I'm sensing the resonance a little bit differently, right? For me, and you may as well. I'm moving the tongue around a little bit. I love to check in to make sure the tongue is nice and relaxed. Just waggling it back and forth a little bit. Ah, 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 ooh, ooh, ee, ee. I had a client once called this the Pez head exercise, like Pez candy, like the Pez candy dispenser that tips the head back. Ah. Again, use medium level of volume, no need to push the sound. And for some people, it doesn't feel very good to go too high in their range, which makes perfect sense as we are stretching that larynx. So just start in the low to middle range, go as high as is comfortable, and just get used to the feeling of that release, and then come back into the balanced head position for your singing, right? Good. Some singers are so tight when singing that any head movement will feel new and possibly challenging. So at first, when exploring this exercise, the quality of your voice may be affected, as well as it just could sound odd to you. But don't worry. What we are doing is we're teaching the body and the voice how freedom feels, and the voice will find its balance to singing without unnecessary tension. Now, after doing this exercise a few times, just sensing some more freedom in the voice, I remind myself of the constrictor muscle release with just a gentle nod of the head. Gently nod your head with me, yes, and continue nodding your head as you inhale and bring in the sound. Ooh. No need to nod your head back further than you would if you were drinking from that water bottle. Ooh. Nodding can gently release those constrictor muscles as well, and remind them that you are not swallowing, but you are singing, which is great. We want the head to be loosey-goosey when we are singing, and just notice that as you're doing the nod, if you're tight, you may feel that the voice, again, may move around a little bit, that sensation of how you're feeling the resonance, right? It could possibly even feel a little bit unstable at first, but eventually you will feel more freedom and teach your body that the constrictor muscles can just relax while you're singing. So if this feels like a good fit, if these exercises with the movement of the head feel like a good fit to you, play with these head motions while warming up or problem solving certain notes or phrases in your song. Now for me, I use the drinking water or the Pez head exercise very strategically on certain notes and every now and then on a phrase. But nodding my head, I do that often. Even yesterday I was working on a fast moving passage and I was just letting the head gently nod just to double check that it's tension free and that I'm really connecting to the voice without using those extrinsic muscles. Listen to your body and go with what feels best. That is a great game plan. Have fun with this, okay? Really enjoy your time practicing. Bring lots of joy into it. Have a good time. Know that this is a journey. So until next time, rejoice in your voice. Bye-bye.